Hello, I'm Stephen Rakusik with South Dakota Public Broadcasting.
I'm Del Droege, professor of biology at Dakota State University.
Today we're looking at dissecting the flower, and we have quite a few different varieties here.
Yeah.
And we're going to kind of explain what might be the best to dissect, I guess.
Yeah, talk to us and say, first of all, flowers are a remarkable adaptation. We look at, most plants are seed plants. They produce seeds, and the seed plants, there's the pines, the conifer, the gymnosperms, and the angiosperms, the flowering plants. And almost, a huge percentage of the plants that are alive on the earth today are flowering plants. So they're doing something right.
Absolutely.
The flower is a remarkable adaptation for reproduction.
So many different varieties, it looks like.
Yeah. And so, you look at a flower, it's basically to attract a pollinator. So it's to ensure the transfer of pollen from one plant to another for reproduction. But plants have evolved a lot of different ways to do this. And so the basic structure we want to look at actually is only best seen on a fairly small number of plants. So for example, we're going to look mostly at a lily today. Another really good example we don't have today is a gladiolus, but you can see, we'll look at the different parts, you can see the big anthers and the pistil, where most flowering plants probably look like this daisy here, or mum. And if you look inside of there, you can see all the things that you really don't see that the pistils are very, very small, and there are dozens of them, if not even maybe hundreds of them inside of that. So they've gone a whole different route. The structure's the same, only it's very, very small. So you don't want to, if you're going to look at flowers for to demonstrate or to look at the basic flower parts, you don't want to just go grab something out of your garden,
like
or
roses
aren't going to work.
carnations.
Carnations aren't going to work. Yeah, there's only really the lilies and gladiolus are probably your best bet. There's a few others that you can use. So you have to be a little aware of that. And these are, and the ones, here's a smaller lily that you have there, Steve, and it's a nice flower, and you can see it has stamens and things are, but in this case the pistil's very small and reduced. So I think students would probably be a little frustrated, probably trying to work with that. So you want to examine this. You want to use something that you've to have some familiarity with, and that you can see the parts.
And we'll get a close-up of both of these at the end and compare why this is not as good of a choice.
Now
as
it does show some beautiful things. It shows the petals, and these even have the tracks down here which guide the pollinator to the center. You can see the anthers, the stamens, they produce the pollen real clearly, but the female part is very, very small. So that's why we're going to spend most of our time on the lily today.
Sure, I'll move this out of the way here.
All right.